Well, 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 it looks like the apple doesn't fall far from the peat, and that didn't really make any sense. Hello everyone, my name is Miranda, and today I'm here to review the last 2 episodes of Scream Queens. Well, not the last 2, but the previous 2 episodes of Scream Queens that aired. And really quickly, if you haven't watched either of the episodes yet and you don't want to be spoiled for what happens, thank you for stopping by, but you know the drill, you're gonna have to come back afterwards because spoilers are coming. Really quickly, let's just talk about the Thanksgiving episode, and I feel like there wasn't a whole lot that happened or that interests me, I felt like, in the episode. That's why I waited to just lump this in with the second episode review. I mean, the biggest thing was that Gigi was killed, which really, like, I'm just so confused by this whole Red Devil thing. Like, they have awful teamwork because they're just killing each other left and right, and I don't get it. We know it was Boone's sister who killed her, so I guess Boone and Gigi were both right in saying that the other one needed to go because Gigi got killed after all. And I really think the only thing this episode set up for me was it was just everyone on the show kind of throwing out their theories for who they thought the killer was, and it was just emphasizing more basically how everyone has a motive and everyone has a reason for being the killer and a means to being the killer. Like, there's evidence for everyone. You can't really rule anyone out. However, I am still currently sticking with my theory that Chanel number 5 is the killer and the sister, just because she was the last one to show up for the Thanksgiving dinner. Like, everyone else had kind of been there besides Pete, but everyone else had kind of been there for a while, and then she was also the one that came in with the head on the platter. Like, she didn't know it was a head, but she's the one that actually brought the turkey in. So I mean, anyone could have switched it out, like, just in the shuffle, but I feel like it makes the most sense for her to be the one, considering she was the one carrying it, because she could have maybe switched it out as she was carrying it for the head. I mean, other than that, that's really all I got from the Thanksgiving episode. Everyone that they said was the killer, I don't think is the killer. I mean, now we know that Grace was there before at Kappa House when the initial first attack against the previous president happened when she got burned, but we also know that Chanel number 5 was there, so that kind of adds more evidence to my theory that Chanel number 5 is going to be the Red Devil killer slash baby. But then the Black Friday episode proved to us that there's actually more Red Devil killers. I was like, how many people are involved in this plan, and how do they keep living? How do they not keep dying? Like, there's just an endless amount of Red Devil killers, and it is absolutely crazy. But I do understand why they're doing it, because like I said originally, it's so you can't rule anyone out. Because initially, when the Red Devil showed up when they were Black Friday shopping, I was like, oh, it can't be Chanel number 5 unless she, like, paid someone $20 to dress in the outfit and go run around after these girls. But then we found out that dear old Pete, who we have all been suspicious of, but secretly I feel like been hoping that our suspicions are wrong, he is the Red Devil killer, or at least one of them, and he is the Red Devil killer who is now having a crisis of conscience because of his relationship with Grace. And the only thing is, like, I don't really get, like, what happened in between, like, him being cool with hooking up with Grace and being all like, I love you, and then all of a sudden, like, she was ready to hook up with him, and he was like, no, we can't do this, it's wrong, like, you need to be with someone better than me. Like, I wish there was, like, a moment or something where, like, maybe Grace's dad had sat down with Pete and been like, you're a really good guy, I'm glad Grace is with you. Or Grace had been like, I really haven't been able to trust anyone this year, but I've really put my trust in you and I appreciate it. Just, like, show him having more of a, like, moral crisis because of something, not just like all of a sudden he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like killing people. Like, it came out of the blue. But that last line was amazing, because now that we knew Pete was one of the Red Devil killers, I didn't think everyone else was going to find it out so soon. But then when Grace showed up, he said, I don't want your first time to be with a murderer. And I was like, oh, so we're just laying it out right now for everyone to know our skeletons in the closet. And the thing that surprised me, though, was Grace's face. Like, when he said that, even though I knew he was a killer, I was like, what, Pete? And then Grace is just, like, looking at him, like, no shock, no disgust, no confusion, no what, just looking at him. And I was like, oh, Gracie Poo, what have you done in your past that you are not shocked by this? I still I'm hoping and thinking they're not brother and sister, because that's just too creepy and almost too far-fetched to me too, because they look so different. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, he kind of does look like her dad. Like, their hair is similar and their structure feature, but at the same time, like, I just think that's so creepy if they go in that direction, and it's just like, it's not happening. Like, ugh. I really think that Boone's sister is going to end up being Chanel number 5, although I did see this cool thing that Skylar posted on her Instagram, even though I feel like she wouldn't post if it was true because it's kind of ruining it, but it says that a theory that Grace and Boone are brother and sister and are the Red Devils. I guess Grace wore a shirt that had the initial R on it in one episode, and then Boone wore one that had D on it. So if you put them together, it says RD, Red Devil. That's like a theory, but then again, I feel like she wouldn't have put that out there if she was the killer. I feel like the ones who are staying the most quiet about everything are the ones who are the killer, because they obviously like don't want to accidentally reveal it, because they will get in mucho trouble with the studio probably. But I mean, now we're at the final leg of the season and the killer is going to be revealed, and I honestly feel like it's Chanel number 5, but at the same time, I don't know how deep and how like dark this gets. Like, I don't know how many people are involved. I was surprised Pete was involved, because I felt like it was only supposed to be Gigi, Boone, and then this mysterious third girl that we don't know. Now they have Pete on it, so who the heck else knows who they have on it? The only other thing about this episode was that we did find out like the motive behind the killings, because we originally thought it was just because like their mom died, but then like Gigi is also in on it and kind of got roped into this because her sister, not her sister was the one who took care of the babies initially. She was like the kind one that was like, oh, I'll take care of the babies, but then she killed herself, maybe, from all the stress of taking care of the babies. So now Gigi kind of has motive to take out the Kappas as well as the siblings, because obviously their mom died because the Kappas couldn't take care of them. But I don't know. I feel like everyone has a suspicion, everyone has a motive, but at the same time, like, I feel like I'm not going to be shocked by the killer reveal. I don't know. I'm usually, like, okay at guessing these things as long as they're, like, reasonable. Like, if they bring out someone who, like, they mentioned, like, once or something like that, like, I'm not going to be able to guess that because, like, I try and pay attention to the clues, but, like, if it's just, like, some random-ass thing that they bring out, then I'm not going to be able to guess it, obviously. But as we are going into the final episodes, these are my theories. I definitely think Chanel number 5 is the killer. I think that Grace may be hiding something a little more sinister. She may have done something that we don't know about. And now Pete, I feel like because he's having this moral dilemma all of a sudden, he really can stereotypically only go in 3 ways, and because the show has always been so stereotypical, I'm comfortable saying that it's probably going to be one of these 3 ways. 1, he's either going to just die, like get killed because he revealed to Grace who he is, the Red Devil's going to go after him and kill him now. 2, he could get back in Grace's favor and like protect her or something like that, and she forgives him and then he saves her and they end up together. Or 3, he could save her, protect her, but he dies saving her, and it's kind of like his last heroic moment. And I really feel like that's probably the strongest one, is he's gonna like die protecting her or something like that. But we will see what happens when Scream Queens returns next week for the final episode, and I am so excited. Like, the series has been iffy for me, but I'm like glad that they're not dragging it out. I almost wish there were like more episodes, because I feel like my biggest complaint with this is that like the characters who you think are safe have always been safe. Like, I wish they took more risks in like killing some people that you were like, oh, I really didn't think they were going to kill them, like one of the Chanels or Grace or Zayday or something like that. But now that there's only 1 episode left, they're definitely going to start dropping like flies, because now no one is safe and we're going to find out who the killer is one way or another, and I absolutely cannot wait. So as per usual, please feel free to leave your new theories about who the killer is now that we've learned all about this with Pete, and who knows who he was talking to on the phone. Who knows what kind of secret lover tryst they have going on. I don't even want to think about it. But leave your reactions and your predictions for the episodes down below. And also make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and want to see more Scream Queen reactions. And make sure to subscribe to my channel down below to be told when I make all sorts of new videos. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!